Hey everyone, it's Rachel here, aka the Nail Therapist. Today's video is just going to focus in on this one side of the pedicure, this one foot. Before we get started, take a second and just hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. That helps with the algorithm. This client has some harder, thickened nails. You might notice that they're misshapen, especially this one right here. It kind of dips inward in the center, kind of like a scoop, almost like a bowl actually. It's got upward slanted sides and also comes upward at the tip as well. So there's a nice little bowl in the center of his nail. And in this one, actually he had surgery on a while back. So that's one of the reasons why that one's misshapen. And I apologize for the blurriness, guys. It's going to be fixed here in just a second. While you're watching, I'm going to tell you a little story about this guy. He's been coming to see me for well over a year at this point, and he's a relatively healthy older man. And one day he came in for his appointment. It was the last appointment before this one, and I noticed that he had some edema, some pitting edema in his lower extremities and his feet that was not there before. And I've seen this before, and it turned out to be something very serious. So I said to him, are you aware that you're having all this swelling? And he was like, yeah, I just noticed that, and I'm wondering if it's caused by the allergy medicine that I've been taking. And I knew it was not because of the allergy medicine, but you can't really say that because I'm not a medical doctor. So I was like, yeah, I don't know if that would really cause this kind of thing. I've never heard that before being an issue, but never know. But maybe keep an eye on it and talk to your doctor about it because it could be something more serious. And come to find out, after he left his last appointment, he did have some trouble breathing when he was laying down. And so he did contact his doctor. And it turned out his heart was in failure. They called it heart failure. Other people have called it congestive heart failure. But basically, the heart muscle isn't pumping as efficiently as it needed to. And so fluid was building up in his extremities. So thank God he was able to get that, looked at, and he's on the proper medication now to maintain the fluid levels and everything like that. So he doesn't have the swelling anymore, but if you're somebody who has sudden onset of some lower extremity swelling, that is a very, very serious symptom, and I would encourage you to get seen by a medical professional if that happens to you. This actually was like the second time I've noticed something like this in a client. A year and a half ago, I had another client. She's not very healthy. She has diabetes and she's very elderly, in a wheelchair, and pitting edema, and also a chronic cough for over 2 years that nobody's really ever looked at. And I ended up finding a diabetic ulcer on her toe. And so she went to the ER actually to have it looked at. And they admitted her because not only for the toe, but because of this cough that she has had and all the other signs of her overall condition. And turns out, with doing some tests, that she was also in heart failure. So the pitting edema is a huge sign. Chronic cough that is unexplained is a big sign as well. It's just very important, especially for elderly population, to have somebody looking at their body in a different way, which is why I love what I do, because not everybody will be looking at feet, and the feet can tell you a lot about a person's health if you are aware of systemic conditions that can cause different signs and symptoms. The sharpness of the picture does go in and out a little bit here and there, guys, so I do apologize for that. One thing that's sort of a weird dichotomy with elderly clients is that their nails can be exceptionally hard and thick, but their skin is super thin and fragile. So you have to be very, very cautious about how close you get to the edge of the nail around the cuticle, what types of e-file bit you're using, and at what speed, and all of that, so that you do what you need to do for the nail, but you avoid any kind of tearing of the skin. The next time I record his pedicure, I will record his opposite foot, which tends to have a lot more cool cleaning off the big toe, but I just didn't get it on video this time, and so you'll just have to wait for that one. Also, something new that I have changed since my last couple videos is that I'm now doing a fully soakless pedicure. So I'm no longer submerging the feet in water at all. When it comes to things that need softening with water, what I do is I use some saturated cotton balls and lay it on the toe that needs some extra work or cleaning, and let it saturate the nail plate while I work on the other foot. And by the time I get back, it's now softened and it's much easier to work with. So the reason I have decided to go fully soakless was because after doing nails for coming up on 20 years, my right bicep tendon was just starting to be constantly inflamed every time I started using the foot file. So that back and forth motion of having to take the foot file over and over and over against the bottom of the foot, I must do the same motion probably 1,000 times a day, and it was just making my bicep tendon just light up. It was so painful. So I was already considering going soakless before that, but I just was kind of hemming and hawing about it, and that was sort of like the main catalyst. I was like, okay, I have to do it because otherwise I'm going to have to end up in surgery or something bad's going to happen, and I don't want to do that. So now I do everything dry with a little bit of, I do use some of the callus remover on the cuticle sometimes, and like I said, the cotton balls. So when you see the toes cleaned off, like right now, I usually go back with a spray bottle and spray off all the debris, clean it off, and then come back with the tools here to do the more deeper cleanings. It's worked out really well, and actually my clients have very, very much enjoyed it. They are saying they actually prefer it to how I was doing it before. So it's what I thought was going to be a really hard transition is turning out to be a very, very easy one. So thank God for that. Remember how I asked you all last video what you thought of when you heard the term medical nail technician? Nobody really got it, actually. Nobody really knows what a medical nail technician is, which was sort of my underlying supposition because it's not exactly well known, especially outside of the United States. So a medical nail technician is somebody who takes further education and does an apprenticeship. I don't want to say apprenticeship because that means they're learning how to be a podiatrist. So maybe an internship, I guess is a better way to say it. Internship where they shadow podiatrists for a certain number of hours and learn about common foot conditions, and then They learn how to do advanced pedicuring work and when to refer and all that good stuff. And that's it. They don't do any medical services. They are not qualified to do any medical services. They aren't cutting the skin. They aren't, not cutting live skin, I guess. They're not going down and doing any kind of ingrown nail surgeries or anything like that. They're just doing simply what you see me doing, but they just got the training in a different route and have a relationship with a podiatrist. So that is the main gist of it. I'm sure there are nuances, and there are several different programs in the United States that have this certification. It's not required to be able to do the types of pedicures that I do, but it is something that somebody could, go and get the training to be able to be educated enough to perform them in a safe and correct manner. So that's all it was. I personally don't have any issue with people calling themselves medical nail technicians, other than the fact that it leaves people thinking that maybe they can do medical procedures. So that's a little bit of a misnomer, in my opinion. But, I'm just one person, so... You guys, it's already the end of the video. I can't even believe it. That went too fast. I'll have a longer video for you guys next time, so I'm not blabbing over the entire thing. If y'all have any questions ever or any comments, just put them down below. I love having a conversation with y'all. And I just want to say thank you again for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me with the algorithm and encourages me to continue this channel. So I hope you have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Take care.